Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Look what we found. Toy hunting here at Walmart. Unbelievable. Didn't even know these were coming out, and voila, there they are right here on this little end cap shelf right here, and just staring us in the face. And there were two sets with a couple extra characters and figures, and I can't wait to show you just how incredible they are. So guys, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And let us know where in the world you're watching from, and share this video with everyone who you think would enjoy watching it. So guys, why don't we go ahead and get started right now.
It's so nice to meet you, Gigi.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G. I will see you on the TV.
Congratulations on all your success.
Super Channel G.
Alright friends, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And look how just incredible these packages look. Just like dripping slime right here, and looks absolutely incredible. As you all know, these came out today. They were for sale at Walmart. I went to Target to see if they sold these. I did not see them, but I don't know where else they'll sell them. But so far, they came out today. They came out at Walmart. And in this set, let's take a look. There is The Rock, John Cena, Undertaker as this like ghost form, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Shawn Michaels. And they look absolutely incredible. We're gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll set everybody aside, and let's go ahead and take a look at our first figure. And so why don't we start with, well, who do you want to start with? We're gonna do them in that order, but why don't we start with the Undertaker? Wouldn't that be awesome? Especially because he's like this ghost form, this absolutely awesome paranormal form. And just look at how amazing this box looks. The graphic design is amazing. Of course, look at that Ghostbusters symbol. Look at the WWE symbol here. And these just like popped off the shelf where they were at there at Walmart. Look how amazing this art is right here. I love the way he looks, that purple with his eyes all whited out, right? And then take a look at the back. Here he is with his hat, and there's this really awesome officially licensed hologram right here. Look at that WWE.com, and there he is. And they have like the proton packs. Kind of interesting. I guess this electricity is coming from his hands, because it doesn't really appear to be coming from the proton packs. So this really cool artwork right here. Look at it, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Here's John Cena, The Rock, and Shawn Michaels, and those, they actually look like them. So let's see what it says. All the backs of the boxes are the same, so it's not like there's a different write-up for each one. So that's a little unfortunate, because you know how we feel about that. Love reading, like, you know, the back when it has something specific to each character. But anyway, so when there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you gonna call? Of course, Ghostbusters. So the ectoplasmic Undertaker rises from the grave to claim the WWE Championship for the land of the dead. So John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Shawn Michaels strap their proton packs to their backs to bring the title back to the WWE Universe. And this is a pretty cool idea. And so, you know, we have the Ninja Turtle ones that were for Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles. And of course, they also did sell the ones that were Ninja Turtle and wrestlers last year. But we'll be doing those soon. But for now, let's go ahead and get started, and let's do this. And oops, I got a little ahead of myself again. Let's go ahead and open this Undertaker. So let me just cut this little piece of tape right here on the back. And let's just pop this bad boy open. Ooh. And I had this like obnoxiously big knife that I was cutting with, and I don't want to rip it. Usually when I do this, these right here, they end up popping. So I'm already doing it. Look. There we go. Just kind of. Ooh, why isn't it coming out? I'm trying not to tear the box, and it's not working. And so let me encourage you to not use a big knife like this, because there we go. Okay. because it can be dangerous, and especially if you're young, you're a kid, get your parents to do it. So there we are. Carefully open it so I wouldn't tear it anymore. Look at this awesome WWE symbol right here, and it's just a little piece of cardboard that's printed right there. It looks really cool. Look at that. So whatever, we'll leave it out for now. That looks really cool. And look at this awesome Undertaker, and look at this really awesome green championship belt here. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at that. So this like gold kind of fades into the right here into this green, but I love how it's got like this see-through like translucent green right here, and you know, it does close. So that looks awesome. Let's get our Undertaker out, and man, is he nice and tall. Wow, okay, we got a squishy hat here, so that's awesome. So let's take a closer look. Let's zoom right on in here and look at this awesome face detail, this awesome head sculpt. With his hair, I wonder if the hair's pretty stiff, so it's gonna restrain some of his head movement, but let's see, how far can his head go down? It doesn't really move back and forth too much. It will move side to side, and there's a little bit of head restriction because the hair is just super stiff. It does move a little bit, but anyway, let's take a look at these shoulders move nice and smooth, and up and down and in and out. There's great mobility right here, articulation right here on the above the bicep, and there's a single joint right here in the elbow. So the hands move at the wrist, back and forth and around, so that's awesome. I was like, I hope this is attached and not loose. It is attached, and this is basically a mirror image with this shoulder and this bicep, and yeah, that looks awesome. I love the way this looks with the see-through right here. Look at that. Got this really cool pattern going on, and it has his tattoos right there, right? You can kind of see it. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? So anyway, just to give you an idea, they didn't skip on any of that detail. It's not super pronounced, but you do get to see it. Look at that. So that's a nice little touch right there. Definitely digging that. All right, let's see something. We have the ab crunch right here. So it doesn't really go too far back, but it at least ab crunches some, and then moves right here on the waist. And let's see this leg articulation right here in the hip. There is some restriction about how far back it'll go, but let's see, it's got some decent movement there. It's got nice, strong, smooth knee joints. Look at that, pretty solid. And it turns right there on the high part of the thigh. Now, it doesn't go super high up on the hip, but it does open up pretty well. So that's awesome. And let's take a look right here on the ankle. Let's see what sort of mobility. It doesn't seem to be pivoting. I wonder if it's just stuck, because I could see there's a joint there. And I obviously don't want to break it either. Oh, there we go. It took a little bit of coaxing, but it eventually did move. Look at that. So it doesn't go side to side, and if it does, it's just stuck, but I don't want to break this one. So I'm sure I could heat it up or whatever. There we go, right out of the box. Man, and you want to support it heavily by holding the whole leg. Look at that. Back and forth. There we go. And oh, it does move in the high part of the boot there. So since it doesn't move at the ankle, it doesn't move in the high part of the boot. So that's really cool. And both wrists move right there. And here's the hat. So there's this Undertaker hat, and look, it actually stuck to my hand when I took my hand off. So it actually doesn't sit as well as I would like it to. It just falls right off, which is interesting. Why that happens, not sure. Oh, I actually got him to ab crunch back further than I thought. Okay, cool. So let's stand him up nice and strong. And let's get him with holding the belt. Let's see, this hand's super open, this one isn't. I wonder if we can just put his thumb through, maybe. There we go. Looks like that way we can have him holding the belt. There we are. Look at that. He's basically like you're gonna have to come through me to get it. So that's really cool. If I can only get his hat to stay on. It keeps falling off. And I would assume it's this way because it's the shape of his head, but alright, whatever. We'll just sit it on there. Alright, so that was incredible. Let's go ahead and set him over here. Let's see how that looks. And let's go ahead and put his hat just chilling on right there. Boom! That looks great. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's see who we've got next. Yeah, and so we have up next The Rock. And look how great he looks. This is an awesome package. Look at this beautiful artwork right here. Team Bring It. That looks amazing. Look at this proton pack in there. And just such great artwork. It only has a name on the other side. And the same artwork on the back. So let's go ahead and get him on out of here. Look how great this looks. And I haven't mentioned already, these are from Mattel. And they look absolutely amazing. Contents, 1 figure and accessories. I love how it doesn't specify how many. Okay, and so The Rock looks absolutely great. Look at that. He's got like a little smudge right here, but that's okay. Look at this beautiful proton pack. And he's got like real cloth clothes. Look at that. So, anyway, let's pop him on out. Ooh, the proton pack is, let's not break it. I think I might need to get some scissors. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's cut that. Cut this. Let's take a look at this awesome proton pack. Cool, look at that. Okay, let's get them on out. And let's smell what The Rock is cooking. It smells like ghosts. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy right here. It looks absolutely great so far. I wonder if we can get this smudge right here. Okay, maybe we can sand that out later or whatever. But anyway, pretty good head sculpt. Look at that. He's even got the eyebrow going. Got a pretty good head sculpt overall. So we got some cloth clothes right here. And it's got a tiny little Velcro that goes right there. And just to see, look, got the shirt going right there. That looks really cool. And, you know, who knows if he has just his normal wrestling suit under there? Probably. If you take this belt off, he probably just breaks out into full wrestling attire. That's really cool. Too bad this Velcro isn't maybe a little better or higher placed, but whatever. Looks cool. Look at his tattoo. That looks great. There we are. And let's see. He's got some great shoulder movement, arm movement. Man. Both of these figures so far have great arm articulation, nice and smooth. Look at that. Moves right above the bicep. And then we have a pretty good elbow. Single joint right there, but it moves in really nice. And then back and forth right here on the hands and around. We have both hands open. And then let's see his belt right here. Sorry guys, didn't mean to go out of focus right there on you. And so that looks really cool. Look at that. And then of course we still have knee pads for his wrestling, so he can not only catch ghosts but also wrestle. And then I'm assuming this is the same articulation like it is on Undertaker. I'm also pretty sure we can probably take this off so we could see it, but I think that's a little unnecessary since we can probably just figure out what turns and what doesn't. Look at that. So it's basically the same. And so that looks really awesome. And let's put this proton pack on him and see how that looks. So look at that. We'll just put both arms backwards. How's that? There we go. And so that's all we got to do to get it on. And man, look how great this proton pack looks. And I don't know why I keep going out of focus. Here we are. So that looks great. And I was like, I wonder if we can just put this here. Probably. Look at that. And here we are, going out of focus again. Alright, that looks absolutely great. So let's put this right here in his hand. And let's have him hold this proton pack. Ugh. I'm gonna have to get this, wedge this hand open. There we go. Pry it open. There we go. There we go. And then it's bent a little bit just from settling in the box. There we are. Give him a nice strong pose because the Rock isn't going to be crouching down. He's going to stand nice and tall. Look at that. And then as far as his, definitely has a good ab crunch. Look at that. And let's see his head articulation. It turns and moves and tilts. But I would really love to have him put his chin up super nice and tall and proud. That would be definitely Dwayne Johnson style. So let's have him stand like that. How's that? To me, that looks absolutely great. Put him right here by the Undertaker, and you see that slight height difference. Look at that. So, looks absolutely great. Zoom in just a bit. Check him right here. And yeah, buddy. All right, let's move on to our next figure. All right. So next we have John Cena. And man, he looks cool. I don't know what happened to his Ghostbusters top. He just got more of a t-shirt, stretchy shirt, but definitely looks awesome. Look at that. Get some respect going. And yep, never give up. Can definitely see him here. And excited to get this open. All right, so let's go ahead and open this right here on the side. There we are. And man, again, look at this awesome proton pack right there in his hands. And check out this awesome wristbands right there. So let's cut them out. Boom, right here. Make sure you don't accidentally cut that cable right there. I think it's the only one we have to bust out. So, not like the Rock. It had the part of, ooh, spoke too soon. Look at this. Didn't see that rubber band this time. Alright, cool. Set that aside. Let's take a look. So this one's gonna be, I'm sure, pretty similar articulation. This head goes back a lot more than the Rock one. And cool, this is like super soft plastic. It got the dog tags going, but I'm actually surprised like how soft it is to move it, because it is like some sort of plastic or vinyl. So this like stretchy shirt has his name right there. Actually, it's kind of cool. Let's see, is it attached or is it just stuck? So interesting. I'm not quite sure, because this one, well, I think it wants to show his bicep on both sides, not just the one. But in any event, he's clearly, there we are. Can take the shirt off, and probably very similar to the wrestling action figure that came out right before this, where he didn't have the shirt but had that. But look at that. He's actually got two no ghost symbols right there. And we zoom in right here. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Look at that. So that looks awesome. Never give up. Oh, okay, well, check this out. So it is a Velcro shirt. So this is very similar to the action figure that came out right before this. And so it looks really cool. We got the ab crunch right here. Does he not turn at the waist? Okay, he does. He was just stuck. Okay, and he's a lot looser than I would have liked right here in the ab crunch, unfortunately. The shoulder mobility is great. Moves right here in the upper part of the bicep. And he's got a single joint right here in the elbow. Turns nice. And then he's got the wrist mobility like the other ones. So that's good. Let's see, take this out of his hand. It's just the same on both sides. And then, ooh, this belt just came off, so we'll set that aside for now. And the leg articulation is great. Wow, it's a little different on this one because of the pants. This isn't a sleeve like it was for the Rock. This is actually attached. Look at that. And that is his knee. So that's interesting and different. And he moves right here and moves right here too. So the feet and the ankles don't pivot, but they do go back and forth. So something to note. and then it does move on the upper part of the thigh. So this figure looks really cool, and I guess he decided not to wear his full-blown Ghostbusters uniform, just the pants and a t-shirt. So it has his last name right there. Let's put his proton pack on. Well, I take that back. Let's go ahead and put his belt on first. So there we are. Ooh, no wonder this one got smashed down. Probably why it didn't stay on too well. Let's just pull it out right there. Ooh, and it keeps going back in immediately. Alright, so we'll just try our best. That's clearly why it fell off. Alright, I'm holding it back until now. And then there we are. Let's see if I can get this to go on. Looks like I'm not going to be able to get it on easily. And I'm going to have to coax the other one in. Come on, little buddy. Careful doing this if they're using what I'm using, because you'll cut your finger. There we are. Alright, so we got that going. Let's get his proton pack going. Let's just put his arms backwards like we did for The Rock. And there we are. Just slide it right on. Boom. So that's really cool. Again, just put the cable right there through his hand, and then this part right here in this hand. So that looks really awesome. And we'll have him standing nice and tall and strong also. We'll get him right over here by The Rock. Look at that height differential. So, looks absolutely wonderful. Looks so great. So, alright, let's go ahead and move on. So next we have in our WWE Elite Collection from Mattel from these Ghostbusters series, it is Stone Cold Steve Austin. And man, he looks great. He's definitely got another one of these, you know, jumper outfits, but he's got his own shirt in there separate. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and pull him on out. Let's take a look. Of course, the proton pack that we're getting used to seeing right here. But man, the collar's a bit high. Look at that. And he's got what appears to be two different shirts, and this one's got a little like plastic body to keep its shape. Let's get him on out. Let's see what we got to cut actually first. Cut this, and then he does have a rubber band there, but pop him on out. Oops, 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 oops. I did not notice that it still had this. There we are, and I don't want to bend this too much. So, definitely don't want to break that. Okay, great. Push this one out. Boom. Oop! Man, I almost dropped this, I almost knocked everything over. And then here we are with this vest. Look at that. Man, that looks really cool. Okay, so let's set that aside for now. And we'll take a look. So, of course we're going to have similar mobility to what we had with John Cena and The Rock. There's his shirt right there, look at that. Austin 316. And his collar's a bit high, but alright, let's see. Head articulation. Looks pretty good. Not too far back, not too far forward though, but still moves good. Now he does have sleeves. The Rock's doesn't, but his does. He's got his Ghostbusters symbol right here. Last name right here. He's got this belt going. And he also has his wrestling knee pads here. Alright. So, let's see. We got some great articulation, great mobility. The movement we've been seeing with our other action figures. Let's see, mirror image here, basically, with this arm. Great mobility. It moves nice and smooth. Let's see. Moves in the high part of the thigh. Turns there. Also articulates in the hip. And then we got some great knee movement here. These do come off on the back, and we can make them tighter if we wanted to, but that would be really tight. And then they move in this high part of the, I guess, is it a boot? Or is it the leg that turns? It's the boot. Alright, cool. So he probably has his wrestling uniform underneath there also. So that's cool. Let's get him set up well. Turn his leg back in because I had it moved out a little awkwardly. Yeah, because look. Is his leg out like that because I moved it weird on accident? Alright, let me see if I can fix that. There we go. So this will be straight. There we are. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. So let's get him with his proton pack. There we are. Like the great detail on Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And look at that. And we almost have all 4 Ghostbusters now. And let's have him on the other hand. Just open this up a bit so we can roll that right in there. Oof, I have to wedge it. There we go, give it a second. Give it a second and pull that right out. See, and then it'll close back up. And let's see. I was like, maybe. No, it didn't work too well. It's because it's coming off on this side. So we're just gonna have to basically do the same thing that we did with the other ones. And that's quite alright. There we are. Alright, cool. So Stone Cold is definitely ready for action. Look at that. Yep, looks great. Alright, let's set him up right here. That looks awesome. And let's move on to our last one. And of course that is Shawn Michaels. And look at this. Looks super cool. He's got a hat on. Not like this picture, but definitely great artwork here on the side. And he's definitely got a trap right there to catch ghosts. So that's awesome. So, alright, let's get him on out of here. Let's take a look. And let's see. He's got a ponytail rocking. And let's get this out of here. He's got a little unit to contain the ghost. Make sure I don't miss this and cut that on accident. There we are. Let's get him one out of here, but he does have elastic right here. So, ooh. Where's it attached to? Anyway. Oh, there's more here. Before I break that on accident. Which I've done before. Cool, check that out. You can activate this little ghost trap, little containment unit right here. So that's what it's supposed to be. And then I wonder if this comes out. It does not. It does. Okay. I was like, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. And then cool! Look at that. You can close that. And then just open it like this. And so that's great. Look at that. Doesn't it look amazing? That looks absolutely awesome. Maybe we can open it up. Maybe you can, but you probably don't want to. We'll set that aside. Let's get him and his proton pack out. And let's pull out Shawn Michaels and we can ask him where's Marty Jannetty. But don't know. I don't know. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. He's got just this, it's just like almost like a poncho. and a uniform shirt, really. And then he's got more of a just like wrestling outfit. So, and his ankles do pivot. Interesting, look at that. So, got some, man, that is a heavy duty knee joint. Look at that. That is a super heavy duty knee joint. It moves right here in the high part of that. Look at that. Super heavy duty. And then moves right here in the hip. So let's take a look here. Let's see. This hat does come off. Wow. I actually was not anticipating that coming off. I was like, let's just apply some pressure. And because of that, I'm like, hopefully I didn't just rip off where it was glued. But I don't think so. That face sculpt, pretty good. Look at his hair. Well, it's nice and solid, so it shouldn't crack off. And his head moves about this much. Look at that. Do we want him to have the Ghostbusters hat? And the Ghostbusters hat's actually really cool. Look at that. And then, of course, he's got his last name right here, Michaels, and there's nothing else really on there. It's just like a... So if it gets windy, he's gonna... Alright, check that out. Right there on his wrist, that looks really cool. It's a tattoo, of course. And then he's got great mobility and ability to pose. Right there with the elbows, shoulders, right above the bicep. So that's... This one was a little tighter than the other one. So that was a little unusual compared to the other ones. He does move at the waist. He does ab crunch there, and he's got the belt just above his belt on his waist. So, all right, this looks really cool, actually. Look at that. So, I don't know. Do we just want him basically in his wrestling outfit with the backpack? Because I guess they can all technically just be in their wrestling outfit. Let's bring this further down so that it's like where his belt is. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and put this back on anyway. Put that there. Put his proton pack on. And so in case you're wondering why these 5 wrestlers, because they definitely are 4 of the most popular and coolest of recent time, right? So anyway, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels have been around for quite a while. So here we go. Put this right on in here. Let's have him. Oh, we gotta open that up too. Oop, too far. There we are. And there we are. We'll have that open for a few moments. There we are. Cool. So let's bend that just a little bit. And I guess these straps are kind of pushing this thing to go crooked. So there we are. Cool. Uh-oh. His hips are... He's like... Because I guess his hips are a little bit looser than I anticipated. Okay, cool. So let's give him this hat. And yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Really digging this. Look at that. You know what? Backwards hat. Alright, cool. So we'll have him right here. And his legs are a lot looser than I anticipated them being. But yeah. So we have this really cool trap for the ghosts. It's not really standing up straight, and I wonder if it's just because it's off center or it's being pushed. But either way, that's something that our ghost can be like whatever trapped in. So anyway, guys, it's been absolutely amazing hanging out with you here today. Let me know what you think of these. Comment below. Are these ones that you're gonna pick up for yourself? Which ones do you think are the coolest? Rate them from your favorite to next favorite. Let me know who you think is the most awesome in this set in the comments. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Just talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. So I want to thank you again, guys, for hanging out with us. And yeah, we'll be seeing you real soon. And let's see, you know what? There was another action figure, if I can find him, that came out today also with him. And it's this Elite Collection of The Rock right here. And it looks pretty awesome. Now, the sideburns are a bit longer than I would have hoped, but it looks really cool, so we'll be getting that soon. And that was out with these. So anyway, guys, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Peace.